Hello everyone and welcome to Aberrant FC. Today we're doing an experiment video. And as you can see by the thumbnail, it's on Newcastle United, who have recently been taken over-ish. It's not quite confirmed as of the 2nd of May 2020 when this is being recorded, but it's pretty much on the way. This is the first episode, and in this I'm just going to be simulating the first 12 months, talking about what's happened, the transfers, and what I think's going to happen. So, as you can see, Newcastle United are now rich, have a £1 billion transfer budget, and have derbies with Manchester City now. The Abu, for some reason in the database, is Abu Derby or Abu Derby, who knows? But we are going to see how this squad is going to change and see where Newcastle United finish in the Premier League. So, the predicted finish 10th, that's with a little tiny reputation boost and things like that. I will leave a link to the mod I use to make Newcastle rich in the description so that you can use it yourself. But I'm just going to get into it. So it's got no manager to start with, no staff, anything. It'll be really interesting to see who they get. So from now until the end of the season, I'll bid you farewell. But in a few moments, you will see how the season ended. All right, in a bit. Thought we'd do a little bit of a mid-season update just after the January transfer window to see how it's going. It's going okay for Newcastle. The 30 points, they're probably not in danger of going down and they're not going to get Europe. So they're in that sort of middle ground position at this point where you're probably expecting to be a little quite similar to real life, but probably a bit slightly better than what they're doing in real life in terms of their performance. The goal difference is the worst in the top 17, but it's not too bad. We'll have a quick look at some of the transfers and things that have gone through, shall we? So, in charge of them is Luciano Spalletti, former intern, mostly well known for his time at Zenit and Roma, I think. Luciano Spalletti, very good manager, so solid choice there. We go to the transfer history. So they've brought in Levin Kurzawa. That's the only transfer they've made since they've been taken over. They have sold Yoshinori Muto, Rob Elliott, Kieran Clark, DeAndre Yedlin on loan. Okay, so it's not been particularly active for Newcastle. They're actually not doing too badly then at this point. Elias Sorensen seems to be. Oh no, he's played one game up front. Wow, what the hell? Seven. Okay, I didn't realize he was this good. Um, sure. But yeah, that seems pretty good for them. Yeah, we'll get back to you at the end of the season, see where they finished. Actually, what I'll do is I'll come back on the first day of next season starting so we can get a look at the next transfer window, see how they've done. Alright, see you in a bit. I thought I'd jump in here because I saw it at the end of the season. Luciano Spalletti resigned from Newcastle United and he's now the Wales manager. So that's quite interesting. At the end of the season, Gary Megson's just the caretaker manager, by the way, the actual manager, the former Bolton and many other team manager. He is not the actual manager, but I thought that was quite surprising. This is their hot prospect. He's very good. Wow, it's quite good. But yeah, it's the 11th of May. So it's just after the end of the season. But I thought, they finished 11th, so we'll come back to this. I just thought I'd jump in and mention that. I will see you at the start of next season. Right, hello again. So this is how the season ended. We obviously know that Newcastle finished 11th, City won the league. Pretty standard sort of top 7, really. No crazy surprises, maybe Norwich surviving and Palace and Watford being ones going down. Burnley finishing in 9th, Brighton in 7th. All quite interesting. But start of the new season, who is in charge of Newcastle United? PK Sanchez Flores, and already we can see a few names on here. Well, we can see one new name in particular. Have Newcastle spent big? Regan Thompson is a young player who's already there. How's he developing? Quite nicely. Let's look at the transfer history then. Okay, so they have spent some money. Only 4 players in, but 2 players out. Only 1 permanent, so they have spent fairly big, but quite slow, you'd have to say. So we'll start with Godjon Mustafi. In Football Manager, actually very good. So that's not a terrible transfer. It's actually quite a good transfer for £9 million. Casper de Noor, or Norre, the Belgian fullback, he's quite good. Definitely an upgrade over what they had. So I can see why they've done that on a lot of money, though. £125,000. Wow, I didn't check what Mustafi. 120. Okay. Mary Demirel, he's a fantastic centre back at Juventus, and yeah, he's worth every penny of that. I think that's a great signing, a really, really good signing. And then finally, Cengiz Under, a very good player, a pacey, direct sort of winger, inside forward kind of player. He's really good. That's a really interesting signing. So Newcastle, they do look like a better team. They've been playing Sorensen up front, and he's developing really quite nicely for them. So that's interesting. Joe Linton has been shunned a little bit by the looks of it. He's not doing too great. Woodman's been in goal, but where's Dubravka? Yeah, he's still the better keeper. Okay, so there's lots of players listed and unhappy though. That is genuinely quite interesting. How's St. Maximin doing? Looking great. Valued a lot. The 2 Longstaff playing in midfield, I'm a huge fan of that. I'm a huge, huge fan of that. Either play for England yet? No. That's great. So, a much more solid Newcastle squad, you'd have to say, coming into this new season with PK Sanchez Flores. Their pre-seasons went reasonably well, but it's pre-season. Can't read anything into that really. Has anything interesting happened? The youth category has gone down, which is interesting. Lascelles was removed as captain. That's a controversial one, especially with Newcastle fans. I wouldn't really appreciate seeing that. But even for Dubravka, Lascelles is the captain of the squad, so that's interesting. If we look at player values, a few Newcastle players who are there already are up there. Casper de Noor's a player who I've not really too much of. I'll be honest with you, he does look very good. But yeah, we'll have to see how Kike Sanchez Flores, obviously former Watford manager, can do in this situation, really. So I think, though, for this episode, that will be everything. So I really do hope you have enjoyed this. And if you have enjoyed it, please do like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you'd like. Twitch link in the description, mod link in the description as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.